This is InFocus News. Hello, I'm David Gibbons. Research reveals that the average person sitting in church in the United States is 58, and yet the national average age is 35. According to youth pastor Matthew Gamble, making the gospel relevant to young people is simply not on the agenda of most churches. Gamble, who is based in New Haven, Connecticut, USA, is visiting Australia for the 6th time in 5 years. He wants to see basic Bible beliefs explained clearly for the many young people wanting to become stronger Christians.
Core principles that we're looking at in Christianity to bring life to them so that they're able to see visually, hear visually, just the principles that are taught through Scripture.
Gamble is currently working on a project to explain 28 fundamental beliefs of the Bible in everyday language.
Here today to talk to you about the Trinity.
An Adventist volunteer leader in North America has agreed to speak to Seventh-day Adventists in Australia in 2009, and he's not afraid to tell them to get on with the job of winning people to Jesus Christ. Pastor Jose Ruiz grew up in a neighbourhood renowned for murders, drugs and graffiti. His own brother was murdered and dumped in an alley, and he has faced death 4 times himself. So Pastor Ruiz is not afraid to tell Christians they must stop attacking each other or wait for someone else to evangelise the world. He is passionate about wanting to help church members to get on with the job of winning people to Jesus.
It is high time for God's people to act. If you believe in something, show us. Quit talking about it.
Ruiz trains volunteers in the US and Canada to be effective soul winners and has helped to convert 30 people every day in the last 4 years. A heavily moustached Mexican-American, Ruiz accepted the invitation to be a keynote speaker at the Seventh-day Adventist September 2009 Festival of Mission in Brisbane. Adventists wanting to register need to contact their local regional officers quickly to avoid disappointment. And if you want to hear more from Jose Ruiz, then go to infocus.org.au and look for the video clip on the front of the page this week. An author who took 10 years to write and publish a novel is now delighted that it is available on bookstands. Seventh-day Adventist magazine editor Nathan Brown read a coroner's report 10 years ago about a Vietnam War veteran who died by suicide, leaving a chilling suicide note reflecting guilt and depression. The case gave Brown a spark of an idea to write a novel which identifies the futility of war and honours those who are peacemakers. He speculates what the veteran's life must have been like and traces the veteran's chance meeting with a young person who wants to change the world.
And then there's sort of more to it than that. To me, it's a story of grace, a story of someone wanting to make a difference in the world, and a story of someone wrestling with faith as well.
Brown's further research revealed that more US Vietnam veterans have died from suicide since returning home than actually died in the battlefield. The book is now available from Adventist as well as other Christian bookshops. New research claims to have unlocked secrets in the biblical book of Revelation that have mystified scholars for thousands of years. Revelation is the biggest selling mystery book of all time, but almost no one understands it. Revelation has hundreds of strange symbols. It's now been discovered by Adventist church member Phil Ward in Queensland that most of these symbols can be interpreted by referring to the Old Testament. A new edition of the Bible is being developed which will help readers of Revelation to find the Old Testament meaning of the symbols. That means people will be able to work out the meaning of Revelation by themselves. And the Seventh-day Adventist Church has finished developing its official Revelation seminar, and training on how to run the seminars will be run at Avondale College in January 2009. And finally, in this week's edition of Record, National Vegetarian Week begins in Australia. Sanitarium pledges its support to Pastor Leo Shreven, who will now run the Christchurch New Zealand outreach in January following the withdrawal of Pastor John Carter. And the editorial suggests that sometimes repenting can be difficult when the thing you've done is something you've enjoyed enormously. Something about locking her uncle in a caravan when she was only 3. And now you can watch the full half hour of InFocus online as well. Go to infocus.org.au. Thanks for watching. I'm David Gibbons.